Alright, people. Alright, here we are. We're going to do we're doing the upper Spire section of ICC 25-man heroic. That includes Rotface, Festergut, Putricide, the Blood Princes, Council, the Vampire Queen. Can't remember her name. And we're going to be doing the Lich King, Sindragosa. We're going to skip the green Emerald Drake, the one you have to heal, because I do not have first aid up, and I obviously cannot heal her on a Warlock. So, we're going to do this clear right here. I already cleared the first section, the bottom part of the Citadel, including the gunship. It's, I mean, those are gimmies. They're not that hard to do. Only thing about Lord Morrigar is you got to make sure you got enough burst damage to get him down quick so he doesn't bone spike you. Otherwise than that, it's an easy fight. And then Lady Death Whisper, she's an easy fight too. You just don't. It's just she has an annoyance with some of the ads she pulls out. You know, they come out and assist her. There's one that puts a curse on you that slows like your casting time, or no, puts a cooldown on your abilities. That's what it is, like a 15-second cooldown or longer than that maybe. But it lasts, and it's like if you use use it while you got that curse on you. You can have all your spells on cooldown, and you just got to stand there and just kind of watch. You know, with a warlock, it's not so bad because I have a pet that can continually attack her, but it doesn't usually happen on my lock that much because his burst damage is so high. All right, let's go in here and take on Festergut.
Just an ordinary gas cloud.
This
But
used to
watch
be a.
out, because that's no
Ooh, look at
ordinary
there! I
gas
got him
cloud.
down right as he disoriented me. This fight right here can be fun. I remember back in the day it was kind of fun. I mean, you had to watch out for the slimes, and you had to separate people. I mean, I don't remember all the mechanics for it because it's been so long. But I mean, it's not too bad, really. I mean, now the most annoying thing is if you don't have enough burst damage and high DPS, you know, on like a lower item level tune or something, that disorient, he'll do that a couple times throughout the fight, and then the slimes will pop out. And when the slimes pop out, just get out of the green fissure they put on the ground because it will increase your cast time, like by a lot. I think it's like 50% or something, maybe more than that. But it'll take forever to get spells off if you're a caster. Not so much as a melee. I mean, it still slows your haste down, so your attacks do slow down. Oop, stepped in a trap. Let's wait on the AoE. Let's take down this patrol here. And when I do this raid, I like to do it with an infernal out because of the AOE and stuff. That's not my actual spec that I play.
Festergut
Like if I'm doing
will
raids or
always my
LFR or
favorite.
something, I actually have a different
Next to
spec
Rotface.
um,
The good news is that you left
that's
behind
updated for
so
6.2
much
for
gas.
DPS.
I can practically
And I may do
taste
some of
it.
those videos later, like covering like rotations and stuff on training dummies. Just you know, to get that out of the way. Alright, let's continue on here. So burst of speed. Oop, I did not. I do that sometimes. Sometimes I forget to click the valve to release. Like I've done it on my mage a few times where I've had to come back and click both valves because I forgot to click them. You got to remember to click both of those valves for this, so it'll open the gate up for Professor Putricide. You get up here, and then he'll drop some. We'll get an insect swarm coming in, a flesh-eating insect swarm. Which this is easier if you have a lot of AOE. This is why I like to do it as destruction because I can just drop down rain of fire. It's easy on a mage. A hunter, it's a little different because all you have is multi-shot, your flame trap, and your barrage if you're spec'd into it. Um, it's easy on a death knight too. Just about any class that has a good AOE. Like I definitely would suggest having some kind of off spec if you play affliction. Maybe do this part as destruction just to make it quicker. Because if you're not, it's gonna take a lot longer. See if we can get Putricide down here before I get
Good news,
popped by
everyone.
the slimes.
I think I've perfected a plague that will destroy all life on Azeroth.
Oh man, this fight right here sucked.
2 oozes, 1 room.
Back in
So many
when you actually raided
delightful
ICC.
possibilities.
Get up here and slime because I can't move right now because the slime is on me. Boom, got him down. All right. Oh no, my bags are full. I should have stopped by the bank before I came here. This is another reason why I cannot wait for them to for the wardrobe closet they're gonna do for transmog gear, because most of the stuff in my bags is transmog gear, or gear that I thought looked pretty neat. I mean, I have so much transmog gear. I've filled up my bank, all the slots in my bank, filled up both tabs of void storage with all transmog gear, because I'm one of those people who like to have a selection, because I like to mix things up quite a bit. I like to mix sets up. I don't like to have, just, oh, look at me, I'm running around just this whole tier set. Now, I do like to do that sometimes, but I also like to take and mix and match some of the tier gear. Like this one, I think I have looks like the tier 8 or 8.5 robes from like Old War. And then I think these are from Cataclysm, these shoulders. The helm is like it's PvP, I believe. Yeah, Relentless Gladiator. And then, of course, the Staff of Infinite Mysteries. It took me a few runs of Kara to finally get that to come back to drop. I did have it back in BC, and then that was way before like Transmog, so I ended up selling it in Wrath, to get gold and stuff because there was no Transmog gear back then. So I had to rerun Karazhan to get the staff back because I like the way it looks. I like the purplish shadow look, especially for Affliction. I do have different sets I mix and match. For like, I have like a green fire set. I have, that includes a lot of like tier. I think it's tier 2 or something. It's vanilla gear from like Molten Core. I even have a set for the regular, like, red fire. Your typical default fire. I have some, I have like some fall sets. Like for, I got one that I called the Reaper. And it's got some tier gear and.
My queen, they come.
Daggum. I really should have emptied out my bags. You're gonna watch me delete some stuff that you're gonna be like, what? But I prefer to take the gear that's gonna make me the most gold, because I'm not going to transmog hardly any of this because most of this I've already got. But like I said, I have a Reaper set that looks pretty cool. It's like a mix of stuff. It's got it's got like I don't know what you would call it, like a sling blade or a a scythe, or kind of like what the Grim Reaper would have, but it's not a black set, like a cloak or whatever, or a cowl, or I don't have. It's more. I'll mix it up one day and I'll go through and show you my trans. I'll make a vid of just me spending tons of gold, switching through transmog gear, and showing you like my sets I like to put up and put on. Um, Heading up here to Blood Queen now. Now the thing with Blood Queen is I think she's besides the Lich King, she is the boss with the next highest health pool. So if you can DPS her down fast, you should be able to take the Lich King pretty easy. Um, this isn't a bad fight. It's not hard. It's pretty easy. Um, some of the achievements off of her are tough to get, like the ones once bitten, twice shy. Trying not to get bitten is kind of hard. You really have to bring some heavy burst, or a friend with you to get that one. See, I got bitten already, and I haven't even got her down yet. So it's pretty close. I'm sure if you're like well over 700 item level, probably like 715, 705. My warlock's only 697. You'll probably get her down before she bites you. And then when she does bite you, you do have a timer, to take her out, which isn't too hard. I've never got close to the timer running down on me. So the next boss is gonna be Sindragosa, because we're skipping the Emerald Dragon. Um, so we can, because we don't have a way to heal her.
The bright pool will protect the frost.
Even dying here beats spending another day collecting reagents for that madman Finkelstein.
The good thing about, like Sindragosa is, on the fight you have if she puts an ice tomb on you, if you don't have a pet to finish her off, if you don't get her down low enough, you're probably going to wipe. Because she just starts casting her ice tomb spell on you, which will, it can kill you. I have died on it before with my mage, before his item level got higher. Because really you don't know what you can do until you attempt it. You don't know, hey, can I solo ICC? You don't know until you try. So it's not a hard raid to solo, really, though. Back in MOP, I think it would take 2 or 3 people to do Lich King heroic. It was really hard to do one person. I do know that. I came here with a friend back in MOP, me and another guy. The friends I came with, one of them's name is Acid Soul, plays a priest on Zul'Jin, and then the other one was Colty, plays an arms warrior. So we were able to get Lich King down, but we weren't able to get the achievement. I've been waiting a long time for this because it was pretty tough, pretty hard to get. I ended up getting it not too long ago on. I don't think I did it on my warlock. I did it on my hunter because it was easy. I just put my pet out there and let him tank the Lich King and let him build up all the ads, and I would just feign death, sit there and wait until I got about 30 or 40 of the ghouls and stuff up, stand on Lich King, and then I would come out, so he'd throw Necrotic Plague on me, and then I'd run in there and let it just drop, and then I'd go back and feign death and wait again, and usually that would get you the stacks that you needed, because it doesn't go to your pet, so it made it easy.
May the light embrace you.
Let's see here. Do not want to die to the elevator boss. I do remember when they would do, I've noticed in like the new raid finders, even if you drop down an elevator shaft, you don't die. So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to be implementing that in future raids, and to where you can't die from like fall damage on an elevator, or you don't take any fall damage, which is kind of interesting. Believe it or not, back in Burning Crusade and Wrath, you probably had just as many deaths on a fall on an elevator than you did on bosses sometimes. Um, I'm notorious for falling deaths. Um, I was doing the time walking event this past weekend for Wrath of the Lich King, and we were doing Nexus, and then can't remember the name of the boss. It's the third boss um, in there. And once you finish, you can jump off this platform instead of going down the ramp. And me, I missed and fell. So I fell down into like I guess like a vortex, or you back in BC I would call it the twisting nether because that's where I would fall all the time. Um, so I fell down that and died, and my whole group was like, "How did you die?" And I'm like, I miscalculated my jump." But this goes back to the days of Mario Brothers and Turok Dinosaur Hunter. You know, um, used to always miss my jumps, so I'm used to it. Used to missing jumps and having falling deaths, so it's nothing new for me. It just seems since I've been playing World of Warcraft, those have gotten worse, I guess you could say, than they used to be. Especially when I leveled a warrior during Burning Crusade. I had a real bad habit of falling off the edge of Netherstorm a lot. Um, when I charged or whatever. Wasn't fun, but hey, what the heck? It happens. It happens. I mean, you can't get too down about it. That's why I probably would not be good with the Iron Man challenge, where you level a tune with basically gray gear on or white gear. You know, no rare, uncommon gear or any of that. Because I'd probably die from falling death before I got to level 20. Most likely. That's just me, though. Alright, here we go. We got Sindragosa. And it's best to try to get her down as quick as possible so you don't get ice tombed. Which on my warlock I've never had an issue with that. It's just on my mage I've gotten hit with that. Well, now, since I'm out here, I can actually mount and sell. So I can empty out my bags and grab the loot off Sindragosa and sell it.
Be good.
There we go. We'll sell that.
Won't be shy.
And if you want some cool, tier transmog gear, I would recommend keeping these tokens here. Because it'll get you, you'll buy the gear with gold, but you'll need those to get the different skin of the higher tier gear. I think it was tier 10 or whatever it was. But like I said, I already have all of it. So I'm not worried about keeping that stuff. I just sell it. And while we're waiting on the elevator here and on our track to Lich King, I'm going to go ahead and throw out, I do have a Facebook page now, linked to my YouTube. It's under Sickness Gaming, like my YouTube channel. And I have a Twitter. So if you guys would like to, if you enjoy these and want me to keep doing my videos, go in and like my Facebook page, Sickness Gaming. It's 2 words. It's spelled just like this, SIKNES. And go to Twitter and follow me. Same thing, Sickness Gaming, 2 words. Or no, it's 1 word, at Sickness Gaming. Go find me on Twitter and follow me there. Because I do post up some cool stuff. Now, this right here, doing the Lich King, kind of means a little bit more now than it did before, because I had a friend of mine go to Dragon Con over this past Labor Day weekend, and he spent 2 days there. I had to work, so I wasn't able to go. But when I saw him the other day, he had brought me an autographed picture from Michael McConaughey, the voice of a lot of famous Warcraft villains, World of Warcraft villains. He's voiced Deathwing, which I think he voiced a lot of the greatest lore villains. Deathwing was one, and then here, Lich King. So this voice you're about to hear from the Lich King during this dialogue is Michael McConaughey. I have an autographed picture from him now from Dragon Con that my friend bought me, which was awesome of him. So big shout out to him. And the picture says, it's titled, because my name is Joe, he's like, Joe, Frostmourne hungers. ... Let's go to Denny's. And I'm like, oh, that's friggin' hilarious. Alright, so let's start this fight here. Let's get ready to take the Lich King down. I'm here to try to get Invincible's reigns. So I've had this on farm for a while and haven't had any luck. I run it on maybe 5 or 6 tunes I do this fight on.
We'll grant you a swift death, Arthur. More than can be said for the thousands you've tortured and slain.
Oh, and this Michael McConaughey guy, the voice actor, he does Uther too for Heroes of the Storm and Lich King. So he did do Uther Lightbringer as well. There's a lot of dialogue in this fight. I mean, it's just, you spend most of the fight listening to dialogue, which is kind of like, but it's kind of cool now that I've got that autographed picture from Michael McConaughey. It's like, cool, now I know who's done the voice of this guy, of the Lich King. So here comes that Fisher. Do not stand in those. If you want to successfully complete this fight, get out of the way of those, because those will knock you back off the ramp. And then he'll cast these ice spheres here. Usually when an Infernal up, though, the ice spheres don't make it past him because of his massive AoE. Unless you get them near you like that. And then sometimes the Infernal will not hit him. But otherwise than that, I just throw down a Rain of Fire to stop them, because they're easily one-shot. So it's a pretty easy fight. Just don't get hit by the ice spheres, because they will knock you back off the platform here. I did do this one day on my mage, and I was not paying attention to the ice spheres like a noob, and I got bumped off. And then I've done it before on my hunter and got lucky, got hit by an ice sphere, but I got knocked back into the crystal here next to the throne, the iceberg here, so I was saved. So put my Infernal on passive. Sit here and listen to Michael's dialogue, the role play here. While we wait for him to do a res on us, even though we're not dead, and Fordring to break out and break Frostmourne. Basically what Lich King is saying here is, the Fordrings trained the heroes, the raid group, if you were in a full raid group for this back in ICC, that we've trained well, and we're like the biggest, best of the, in the world, and he's going to kill us and res us and make us his own personal Death Knights. So we would be super powerful and be masters, like he says, masters of the Scourge, and we would just destroy Azeroth, because there's no way Azeroth could stop us. So like, if he would have succeeded with this would be game over. This would be it. I mean, there's no way they would have been able to stop us.
One final blessing. Give me the strength to shatter these bonds.
Break breaks the sword, Frostmourne is broken. I could kill him now if I wanted to, but I think I kind of want to wait for his father to come out. Tyrannus and Lana'thel.
At last. It is over, my son. This is the moment of reckoning.
And in the raid,
Champions of the light.
Tyrannus Lana'thel would mass res us, and then we'd finish off the Lich King. Take him down, let's get our loot. It'd be so sweet if I got invincible, which, nope, I did not. Oh, well. Well, no invincible this time around, people. I mean, hopefully I'll get it soon. Hopefully I get it while I'm doing a video. But that is the upper spire from all the way to Lich King, not including the bottom part of ICC, the gunship, Sarfang, Margar, or Lady Deathwhisper. So it doesn't include 4 bosses, but it includes the bulk of the raid. Like I said, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, like, and comment maybe on something you would like to see me do on here. I am gonna start doing some streaming soon. I'm still just waiting on that. Maybe because I want to do some more games as well. Like I said, I do have a Twitter and a Facebook page now linked to my YouTube channel. It's all under Sickness Gaming, 2 words, and Sickness is spelled S-I-K-N-E-S. Look it under, Facebook and like my page. Go to Twitter and follow me, because I will, if I do happen to get mounts while I'm not doing recording, I will post them to Twitter. So if I get anything cool like that or a new achievement, I will throw it up on the Twitter there. But again, thank you all for watching, and y'all have an awesome one.